Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to the Hypercraft server. It's Wooly as normal, and where are we? Ooh, where are we? Somewhere new. Well, somewhere kind of new. This little platform is a platform I've built to AFK our lovely new mob farm. Woohoo! So let's go down and have a look-see. Got this little maintenance access. I thought that it would be the way up to here, but apparently this portal will link even though we're at Y151. So nice, good stuff. This is an item elevator. I was kind of playing around with some, made a mess of that, stained glass. Yeah, not so keen. Think this all needs rebuilding, but it works, and that's a good thing. So this is our light shield to stop the sun disabling the farm, and if we head down here, Papa! Look at that. The messiest looking thing you ever did see. So yeah, this is pretty much what we designed in the last episode. And yeah, I went ahead and built it because we went through the design process. Did I really come down without the string? There are a few modifications that I'm going to talk you through. I did try and build this on camera, but to be honest, these like massively big redstone projects, they tend to make for not very good footage. Little things that's okay, but these big things, they yeah, went through quite a number of little tweaks and design changes to this thing during the process of building it. But yep, I got there. Now, the bottom pad is slightly different to the other ones in that it's 12 wide and the rest are 11 wide. Now, there was a valid reason for changing that, and it's to do with mobs falling onto the piston arms of the extended pistons on one side of the pad. And that I considered to be a bad thing. So yeah, that's that. The reason why the pads 2, 3, 4, and 5 are narrower. But let's go over. So it's all pretty much the same as in the design. One obvious modification here. These are not connected yet. I ripped out a load of string so that I wasn't constantly setting it off. I sacrificed some spawning space here in order to get some fences along here. Now, the reason for this is these fences here are 1.5 tall, as we discussed in the last episode, but they don't impede the air blocks. And that allows us to stop mobs walking off the pads, because I found in the test world, once I got this thing multiplied up, the rates were insane, absolutely insane. Now that is a test world and a single player world at that, so I'm not expecting them to be quite so bad, but what would happen is a small percentage, which at that rate of spawning turned out to be a very large number of mobs, would for some reason not go through the pads, or at least not immediately, and they would then walk off the pads and hang out here, just hang out, you know, having chats. At one point I was thinking I needed to install a water cooler for them, but that was a bad thing because yeah, they would just hang around until they despawn naturally. Yeah, basically that eats into your mob cap, lowers your mob farm efficiency, yada yada yada. So we sacrifice some spawning space in order to stop them doing that. Now it doesn't matter on the bottom level if they walk off the sides, because they're going to just fall down there. But on the top level, we also had to ring the sides to stop them walking off the side and landing on the pistons and hanging out. Again, water cooler moments. So that is one modification that's been made. Another modification, and I am quite pleased with this, these strips of torches. What these do is they allow me to remove the half slabs from on top of these redstone blocks. Ha ha ha! So if we look at our BL value, we're currently showing BL7, which is at our head, which means it's BL8 at our feet, which is one light level higher than is needed to stop mobs from spawning. Now the reason I've done that is because when the tripwires are active, this piston retracts and reveals the hopper below it, and the mobs will be able to, you'll be able to get spawns on those hoppers. So with the light levels as they are at the moment, when that piston retracts, the light level over the hopper will be BL7, so that stops that. And although we're really just moving the impeded air spacers in that direction and out similarly over there, the further away your impeded air spacers are from your spawning pads, the better it is for the efficiency of your farm. So that is a thing. And they're the main design changes there. Another one was this strip of slabs here, which stops things spawning on the redstone blocks when the pistons are retracted, but it's one up, so that's okay. Now there is a chance we might get spiders spawning on here, so actually, having thought about it, no. The BL8 here at my feet will mean BL7 here, so I don't even need this, because I mean it's not causing any harm, but the light will stop the mob spawning. Excellent. And I counted the blocks, and by the time it reaches the spawning pad, even this here, which will be a spawnable space when this piston is retracted, it's BL0 from those torches. So they don't affect the spawning pads themselves. So that is all pretty awesome. Bonk. So yeah, now there is a slight issue on one side of each pad. You're going to get this here, where you can just about wiggle your way through. So I'm going to have to keep an eye and see if that is going to be a major issue. Now, my thinking is if they're walking this way and the tripwire is going to be going, so the piston will be going back and forth. When they get onto the fence posts, then the chances of them glitching through are much higher. So I don't think it's going to cause too much of a problem. Plus, the rate at which these go, they're going to be very lucky to be able to get through here anyway. I think it's all a bit conjecture at the moment. The other side's no way you can get through. So yeah, that's a good thing. So let's go over here, and yeah, so when the mobs have fallen through these pads all the way down, they're going to land down here. Bonk. And we've got a big bed of hoppers. Now this is simply the simplest way of handling the items. I didn't really want to have such a big bed of hoppers. I guess I could have put like a wall down so that I could have just had hoppers below the pads, but yeah, in the end I decided to do this. I'm hoping it won't cause too much server lag. I don't think it will, but let's hope. We've also got these guys down here, Bob, 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 and Jacob. And what they're here for is to kill off the witches if they survive, because witches are, they have quite a bit more health than the other mobs, so they could potentially survive a fall down here. So that these guys are going to murderize any witches that appear, and I'm hoping that they can do it quickly enough that they're not going to take any damage. However, easy thing to tell, if we get any poppies in our item collection area, we know we need to come down and replace some iron golems. Awesome. So let's head through here, and yeah, that'll do. There we go, that'll stop anything escaping. Should do. Maybe we'll put a block of netherrack in as well. And yeah, so the hoppers all lead down to this place here, and feed into this dropper here. And here we've got the pretty standard dropper activator circuit. I've used this a couple of times already. So comparator reads the dropper through the block. It's in subtraction mode. So when there's items in there, the comparator will turn on. It will power this redstone, power the block, power the repeater block, power the dropper to eject the item. It will also power this redstone, which will go through here, hit this repeater, redstone, and into the side. And in case you didn't know, what that'll do is it'll make a reasonably fast clock. So if we can I reach one of these through here? Yeah, if we pop those in there, that's that working, and it shoots into a water stream. And we've got the pistonless item elevator that I've used in the squid farm from test, what is it, test user 2E9, I can't remember, test 2E, tests pistonless item elevator, which works really nicely. So that is that. Oh, we can climb up here. We've got this convenient ladder, and yes, so there we go. So what I need to do is I need to remove this dirt scaffolding. Oh yeah, I was farming wood out there. And put down all the string to activate this farm and see exactly how well it works. Now at the moment we've got 2 other people on the server, which means the rates are going to be heavily impacted by that. Now I did log in first after the server restart, which should mean I have the majority of the mob cap. But yeah, I might see if I can get them to just log out for 5 minutes, or maybe they can come over and we can concentrate our combined mob caps in the area. But yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get that string in place. Actually, before I do that, let's just have a very quick talk about this AFK platform. So it's pretty basic at the moment. There's no sorting system. I might do that in the future. This is all my building materials. I got it up here by the simple expedient of chucking it down into those hoppers where the golems are. So the item elevator works. So yeah, it's all pretty basic, and it's unlit apart from the area back here to stop mobs spawning, and there's some torches on the back of the portal for the same reason. And the reason for that is it is super important not to get any light nearer than this wall. Even maybe putting one light on the front edge of that portal would probably, a torch would probably be okay. But at the moment, if we shift over the edge here, we're now in the chunk that contains the farm, and you can see the LC value on the second to last line. That says 79. Now it says 175, 79. If any light source is close enough for it to light the air over in this chunk, it will raise the LC value, and that will wreck the efficiency of the farm. So yeah, that's why there's no lighting. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do here as of yet, but yeah, I'm going to grab a ton of string and maybe a few more ender pearls if I have them. Thank you. And go down there and get the string in place. Check the hoppers all have. Let's grab some items just in case. Bones will do. Check the hoppers all have the hopper pairs that run the clocks all have one item in, because I'll be amazed if I've not accidentally dropped items into these things and had them sucked up through the slabs. So yeah, it's all going to take me a little while, but I'll get on with it and I'll come back to you when that's done. Well, would you look at that imposing mess of redstone. I think we can declare this to be a thing. The only thing left is to find out if it is in fact a working thing, because I know that mobs will spawn in here. I've seen a few spawn when I've not lit things up properly, but yeah, who knows how well or otherwise this is going to work. So I think I'm going to head up to the top and find out. So while we're climbing this ladder, I must actually mention someone that I forgot to mention. Basically, this thing has taken an insane amount of resources. Like, I am completely cleared out of redstone. I've got comparators and a few repeaters, but actual raw redstone, I have not got any left. And what I do have has to go to Mr. Albernac, because when I ran out, he kindly donated nearly 4 blocks shy of 3 stacks of redstone blocks. So, I mean, just amazing generosity there, because, yeah, I would not in any way, shape or form have been able to get this thing finished. Like, I'd still be mining for redstone, basically. So, without him, now I can feel the lag. That's the piston lag. Does that mean it's catching mobs? It seems to have smoothed out again. That's the thing about shifting floor traps, is they do tend to be cause a bit of client-side lag, a bit of jerkiness, because the game, even though I can't see them, the game is rendering all those pistons moving and all the blocks moving. So hopefully we should start seeing some mob drops coming up. I don't think there's much in the way. I mean, there's the bones and whatnot and all this string, so we can pretty much ignore that. That was already there. Yeah, so I don't think anything. Oh yeah, some zombie flesh. But hopefully we should see some mob drops starting to come up. So oh, there we go. And the one we're most interested in, gunpowder. Now, as I mentioned, 2 other people on. That is, oh yeah, I had my first death while building this. I've only died once, and it just happened then when I was putting the string down. Yeah, but unfortunately I can't prove, because my death counter is bugged and is not showing my number of my deaths. Either that, or maybe I've just never died on this server. What do you think? Strokey beard moment. String. Well, I made a mistake then. because that means spiders are spawning in there, and that's not what I want. Right, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get the other two to either come here or log off for a few minutes so I can see how well this thing works. So I will see you shortly. Okay, so I've just asked Al and False to log for 5 minutes, and oh my goodness. Yeah, I was just going to say, oh, and I can feel the game starting to stutter, and you know, my FPS was dropping, and yeah, that is working. That is working. Oh, Enderman. Oh, apparently we're getting Enderman spawn in there. How's that even possible? I guess there's a very... No, I can't even... There's no 3 high spaces. That is... Yeah, it seems to have slowed down a little bit, but that is doing the business. I mean, there are, you know, just like with any other small server, there are long periods of time when you can log on and get, you know, no one else on the server. And not because the server's inactive or anything, but just that's the way it is when you've got a server with fewer members like we have. And I mean, yeah, it's quite nowhere near as many members as there are slots, but yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. Well, while this is running, there's a thing I forgot to explain about this platform. We're at Y151, and I've designed this platform so that you can stand anywhere in this main area, basically within the chunk next to the one the farm is in, and basically you're within range of the hoppers in the bottom of the farm, so mobs won't fall out of the 1 to 8 radius sphere and despawn before hitting the pads. And the way I did that was I used my favourite website, plots.co.uk, to produce a sphere, 128, a sphere of 128 blocks, and then I basically made you can use like a ruler, and I mapped out a 16 by 32 area, so that's 1 chunk by 2, from the center of the sphere, and then I dialed from the bottom layer upwards until all of that area was encompassed, and that was the 12th level. So 35 minus 12 plus 128, 151. I think that's how I worked it out. My numbers might be 1 or 2 off there, but that means what I can stand over here and the farm will still work. But yeah, this is brilliant. Anyway, I'm going to let this run until those guys log back on. We've been going about I think it's about 4.5 minutes since they logged off. So yeah, this is, I am pleased. Another ender pearl. And glowstone, which means we're getting witch spawns. Look at the stuff fly. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I'll see you in a mo. Well, okay, so it's been around, I think 10, maybe 15 minutes. I lost track of time. Naughty. Slap my hand. But in that time, look at that. We have nearly, in fact, yeah, we've got 5 stacks of gunpowder, and surprisingly 8 ender pearls, and a reasonable witch drop return as well, actually. So I mean, yeah, I am pretty pleased with this. I don't know what this would scale up to in like an hour. I'll give you like how many hundreds or thousands of items an hour this thing will do, but 10 minutes for a stack of TNT, or you know, enough gunpowder to make a stack of TNT, in my book is pretty good. So yeah, happy with that. I've still got to cart all of this stuff back to my base. But yeah, look at that go. The guys haven't come back on, and I can hardly tear myself away. um, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to leave while I've got the mobcap to myself. It's addictive watching this stuff go up or staring in the chest. And oh look, there you go. Awesome. I think I might take some of that, and I am certainly taking this. Oh, and yeah, all of this, all the gunpowder will be mine. Nope. Look at that. Over 5 stacks of gunpowder. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And considering I have none anymore, maybe I'll take 8 redstone, and that can be mine. Anyway, I think what I will do is I will tear myself away from this thing, and let's go fortune, because I may have run out of redstone, but one thing I did get was some diamonds, and I've even still got some in diamond ore form. So I think it might be a nice idea to go and fortune up those diamonds. Let's take that coal. Yeah, that coal. And grab some of the more important stuff. I really overmade how much. I just made so many tripwire hooks by accident. Dear. Ice. I'll have to come back and get all of this anyway, but oh yeah, let's take some of that sand. Maybe not the sandstone, but the sand. Yeah. Don't know how much I've got back at base, but I wonder if we can end this episode by making a stack of TNT. Could be a thing. In fact, isn't it 4 stacks of TNT? I can't remember the recipe now. It's either 4 stacks or 5 stacks of gunpowder you need. Awesome. Anyway, yeah, I think we shall head home, and yeah, I will see you over there. Oh, and before we leave, let's just grab these and mob farm. Boom. No, 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 I didn't mean to throw that. Let's get rid of those. Mob farm. Awesome. So yeah, people on the server, if you want to find this, it's the first left on the 1.7 tunnel. Whee! Boink. Okay, let's go fortune some diamonds, and then I think we'll end the episode, because we're about 29 minutes or so now. So, one thing about doing big projects away from home, even though I've been back and forth a few times, I know now that they're nominally finished. And it's always nice to come home after a little time away. Have I got my fortune pick? Is it in my ender chest? Do I have an ender chest over here? Who knows? Would be a useful thing, wouldn't it? What do you think? Aha! Fortune pick. Awesome. Let's... I'll tell you what. I will do the diamonds on screen because there's only 8 of them, and then I'll do the coal off screen. So not that one, that one. Nice, 13 diamonds. Oh, I've got some redstone in there. Awesome. Okay, right. I'll let's see what a stack and 22 coal ore will get me. Would you look at that? Exactly 3 stacks of coal. That's awesome. Very much. Now, with a very small amount of luck, bonk, we will have a bit of sand in the house, and we can make our first stack of TNT. Oh yeah, come on. Let's drop off a few things before checking. Delay the excitement. Yeah, you can go in there. Draw it out. Sand. Oh. Yeah, that's enough. That's got to be enough. Ha ha ha. Right, I have a feeling I got this the wrong way around, and it's 5 stacks of sand and 4 stacks of gunpowder. No. Well, awesome, because gunpowder is what we're not... Sand is tedious to harvest, and now gunpowder is easy to get. Look at that. Stack of TNT. Ha 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 ha. Do the TNT dance, do the TNT dance. Whee! Nice. Okay, well, that is... You don't... Oh, phew. Yeah, that's all that we've got time for today. I'm going to figure something out I'm going to figure out something to blow up with this TNT. Our next project should involve TNT, I feel. But yes, that is all for now. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.